We're here in London at the Nike launch of the brand new England kit. Jack, you're wearing it. What do you think of it?
Love it, mate. Love the colours, love the fit. You know, I'm really looking forward to hopefully wearing it.
Yeah, all the kits are fantastic, and we're going to talk about your England teammates. You ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'd have to say some of the gamers, probably a Vards or a Raheem, someone like that. They love to play Call of Duty and FIFA and things, so there'll definitely be an Xbox or a PlayStation in their suitcase. So we'd have to go with one of them.
Do you go dancing with the England squad often?
Go dancing? That's not. I suppose it's not a very current term, but no, I don't go dancing as such. But no, I suppose Chamber's got a few moves. Yox has got a few moves. So yeah, Jesse is loving it. He's pulling out moves on the pitch now as well. So for celebrations.
What do you like with your dancing? I don't see a lot of Jack Butland dancing.
Well, I don't say for good reasons. I keep it under wraps. It comes out when it needs to come out. But not publicly, maybe. Not publicly.
Right, so you wouldn't want to demonstrate something now for us?
Probably not, no. Probably not.
Okay.
Stonesy, without a doubt.
Is he?
Yeah, without a doubt.
That surprises me.
No, he is.
Really?
He is. He may be nearly 23, 24, whatever he is now, but he's a child. He's a child.
Is he pranks as well?
Pranks. I've seen it all from him. He's one of those that just can't sit still, whether it's in the treatment room and he's on a wiper board just drawing pictures of people, silly stuff, or calling up people's rooms, putting on impressions of people and getting people down into the lobby and things like that, and experienced that in the under-21s. I can't remember who was the manager at the time. I think it may have been Stuart Pearce, but he put on a pretty good impression and to one of the lads, and the lad actually went down to the lobby thinking the manager was there to meet him. So yeah, Stonesy's got a few tricks in him.
Any recent pranks?
Any recent ones?
One that stands out?
Yes, actually. There's at St George's Park. Yeah, we might have our little section, but one of the rooms upstairs, the games room's decorated quite funky. And there was a giant horse lamp in it.
Right.
And it was moved and it was put in someone's bed. Yeah. So there's a few things going on. A lot of people sneaking into each other's rooms, hiding behind doors and scaring them and stuff. Yeah. So it's good fun.
Stonesy.
He won't thank me for saying this, Joe Harty. He's the life of it, but moves-wise, he's not the smoothest. A little bit stiff.
There's a famous clip of Joe Hart actually, which Soccer M showed.
It is.
Do you remember it?
Is it the one on the bed in the?
Yeah, on the bed with the really tight shorts.
Really tight shorts. I remember it.
Have you given him some stick about that?
He produces moves like that quite often. He's just a bit free and off the cuff like that. So yeah, he's not afraid. He's not afraid, but not the smoothest.
Okay. Sorry, Joe.
Sorry, mate. I have to come back to Jesse Lingard again, probably. He's always on it, whether it's videoing himself, whether it's videoing Marcus or someone like that. Jesse's got his dance and he loves a bit on social media. So in the England squad, Jesse.
Similar question, selfie king. Would you give that to Jesse as well?
Selfie king, yeah, probably would do. Ox would come into that category again. Yeah, Ox is a big fan of the social media. Eric and Deli, they're also too. The little bromance they got going on. They're forever putting each other on each other's stories.
Are they always together in the England squad as well?
Yeah, they're always pretty tight them too. I suppose we got a couple. I got to come back to Eric or someone like that. Loves to stick a tackle in. Jake Livermore, he loves a big tackle and things like that. He's tough boys.
So if you had to give it to one player?
Jake Livermore.
Jake Livermore?
Yeah.
Okay, he'll be happy with that one.
He would be happy with that one, yeah. He knows.
There you go.
If it wasn't for his injuries, someone like Jack Wilshere, just all-round game, loves a tackle. Yeah, he could also be a bit of a hard man. Loves to tackle, get stuck in, but incredibly technical, great ability. Look at Harry Kane now. As good as he is at putting the ball in the back of net, his understanding of the game, his ability to create things and passing off both feet. He's in the air. He's got a fair amount of abilities in all areas. I
want to pick up on both the players there. So your initial answer, Jack Wilshere, you think technically all round he's the most naturally gifted player in the England squad?
Yeah, I think. Jack's been very unfortunate with injuries. Everyone knows what he's like in his prime. His ability to glide past people, put the ball on right on the spot for people. and then his ability to break up the game, and his England record as well for goals is pretty good. So he loves a long-range strike. He's got it all. So hopefully a fit Jack Wilshere is certainly up there for me.
And the other player you mentioned, Harry Kane, of course. Everyone knows about Harry Kane, his goal-scoring record. Do you think he's the best striker in the world currently?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. I think he has to be up there with your Messis and Ronaldos. Purely, his goal-scoring record's insane. 100 Premier League goals now in 141 games. The amount of goals he's scored, people were giving him the one-season wonder at one point, and he's proved to everyone that he is a top player. And he's a striker, and he's been compared with those Messi, Ronaldo players that play in wider areas. They might get hold of the ball and make things happen. Grab it by the scruff of the neck. For a striker who's such a natural finisher like him to be mentioned with those kind of names, it's fully deserved and credit to him. I don't want to say Harry, but I mean he's been our captain of late, Harry, and we all worship him. He's an incredible player, and he's a student of the game as well. So I guess he's someone that his opinion is really important to the group, and is a big part of things going forward. Obviously, does a lot of speaking with the manager. So I wouldn't say teacher's pet, but if anything, I have to go with Harry.
Yeah, okay. He's someone that everyone just seems to respect. And behind the scenes.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. The way he trains, the way he plays, there's certainly a lot of respect. Depending on squads, Danny Welbeck's been the DJ a few times. Joe Hart usually pulls out a few mixes as well, so it varies. But last couple of meetups, it's been Joe.
What do they play? What sort of music?
Bit of all sorts. A bit of the current stuff, like Migos at the minute is a big fan of a lot of people, like that kind of trap music. So it varies from trap music, grime, house, hip hop. There's a good mixture, like nice playlist, no pauses. There's continuous, big tunes. I'd have to say the keepers, to be honest.
You put yourself in there, would you?
Yeah, we've got our boots, changing studs all the time, depending on how muddy the pitch is. Gloves getting washed, keep especially me. We're all very particular on how our gloves dry and are washed and things like that. So if you let your gloves dry out, they don't often, the grip's obviously not there as much and things like that. So people are very particular with how their gloves get dealt with. So sometimes it means, the kit man leaves them specifically at a certain time in the change room. So by the time you get to them, they're in perfect condition. So I'll probably have to say the keepers.
How many pairs of gloves do you go through in a season?
Oh,
what are you talking?
I'm one a week, maybe more. I like to wear. I like the feel of it when they're brand new, fresh on, nice and tight, nice and snug. Obviously, to keep them clean, the more you wash them, the more they kind of stretch and things like that. So I'm very fortunate that Nike obviously have given me that freedom and enough pairs. So I'll give them away once I'm done with them. But I'm one, sometimes even two pairs a week. I did alright on my GCSEs.
Did you? What did you get?
2 A's, 6 B's and a C.
2 A's, 6?
2 A's, 6 B's and a C.
That's decent.
Yeah, I was pleased with it.
What were
your
2 A's in?
PE and English.
Okay.
Like sports and English. So, yeah.
What do you think you'd have gone on to do if you didn't turn pro?
I've had this question a few times. I'm a big rugby fan.
Yeah.
I love my sport. I love my basketball, things like that. So I've always said I'd probably just rattle through the sports until I had nothing left. Fortunately, I never really had to think about it because I was always so keen on playing football, and it all just kind of took off. So from there, it would have just been, I would have given rugby a go, and just the thought of being indoors doesn't really do it for me. Having had the chance to train with the England boys and play with them, the standard's so high, so high. Your fullbacks are awesome. Danny Rose and Kyle Walker, two of the fittest, and get up and down. They've got everything. Harry, I've got to chuck it in there as well, and Marcus Rashford as well. Boys that are just tough trainers, and but very difficult to pick. It's a really good squad of hard-working lads, and a squad to really be excited about. Someone who would make me laugh, but also not be useless. You need to try and get off the island. Someone like Delhi, I'm sure would keep you entertained, but probably wouldn't be much help.
Right.
But no, we got someone, Hendo maybe, or the Ox is pretty resourceful. It'd be a good laugh, and I reckon we could probably get off the island.
So you're picking out a balance of
balance of
banter and intelligence.
Yeah, because you don't want to die of boredom, but you also don't want to just die in general. I want to try and get off. So Ox is, yeah, I'll go with the Ox.